Hey everyone, it's Cory McCarthy and thank you for tuning in. Well, I thought I'd have a little fun in this video and follow up a bit on my previous video about what women find attractive in men. In that video, which I will link below for you to view, I covered a number of aspects about men that women are innately attracted to, at least here in the West, and I used research to support my claims. One of those aspects is obviously looks. More specifically, as I elaborated in that video, women appear to be most attracted to a Hollywood action lead physique.
Like Brad Pitt as Achilles in Troy, or Chris Hemsworth as Thor.
With 12% body fat being the most desired by fertile women.
You know, the kind of women that research demonstrates are open to a masculine alpha guy to impregnate them, even a stranger or an acquaintance, whether they consciously realize that natural drive or not. Famous examples of action stars sporting approximately 12% body fat being Daniel Craig as James Bond or Chris Hemsworth as Thor.
Now, with all of that said, how can you, the average guy with an average schedule, achieve that Hollywood muscle look? Do you need drugs? This channel, as my longtime viewers will know, promotes the natural approach, using nutrition and exercise science as opposed to drugs to reach your goals. But is a body like Brad Pitt's or Chris Hemsworth's or Daniel Craig's natural, or at the very least naturally obtainable? Well, I cannot honestly answer the former, I can answer the latter. Yes, you can obtain any of those physiques or similar without the use of drugs, but it will take time, dedication, consistency, and effort. And you may not always enjoy the ride, for example, when dieting, but loving the overall journey does help with consistency and dedication. Now, let me explore further to show you how realistic those Hollywood physiques actually are. I'll start with Chris Hemsworth as Thor, who clearly looks impressive on screen to your average film goer.
And I can tell this because, according to Google Trends, people popularly searched for his workout program around the time the first Thor film came out in 2011. Clearly, men desired to look like him. And this same query was trending again in 2013 when The Dark World came out. And I imagine it will be much the same next month with the release of Ragnarok. According to the website Healthy Celeb, Chris is just over 6'3", with a 33-inch waist and a 48-inch chest and 16-inch upper arms. And that sounds about right going by his photos. Also keep in mind the old saying, the camera adds 10 pounds.
Which would make Chris's 16-inch guns appear closer to 17 inches on screen. Being that Chris is just over 6'3", if we do a little math to adjust his stats for a guy of a more average height,
say 5'10",
a guy with an average height would only need to shoot for about 15-inch arms with a 45-inch chest to score Hemsworth's approximate proportions. And that is entirely realistic for a natural.
I am natural, and I have already exceeded Chris's measurements for my own height, which is 6 feet.
And I've only been weight training religiously since 2009, not decades like some folks. Now let's quickly look at Brad Pitt.
At 5'11", Pitt sports a 33-inch waist, 15-inch upper arms, and a 43-inch chest. Which sounds about right going by his photos.
And Brad is closer to the average height for a guy, unlike Chris, who is more than 3 inches taller than average, and being taller requires more muscle to fill out the frame. At this point, I could continue with a multitude of other examples, but I wanted to keep this brief so that you get the idea. Generally, the more recent crop of action stars have those upper body statistics.
Including Christian Bale, Henry Cavill, and Daniel Craig.
The moral of the story is, eat quality food, follow a sound weight training program, get plenty of sleep, and be consistent. Year after year, you can get there. Drugs are not even a necessary part of the equation unless you simply cannot delay gratification for a few years and you're willing to risk your balls.
Or you strive to look like The Rock or John Cena.
If you want to cut to the chase in the nutrition and training department and skip the bro science as well as the "it worked for me" approach that plagues many of the popular programs out there,
I offer a blueprint for natural size called Beast Mode by Science, which is supported by over 100 human studies in the form of an ebook covering training, goal-based nutrition advice, hydration, sleep, and supplementation, all for less than the average cost of one single personal training session in the United States.
My ebook is linked below if you are interested. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like and to share it. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and to hit that bell button to ensure that you're notified of the updates. With that, I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.